Once Human just got a massive new update. We have a major warning to go over, as well as some other details with that. Some additional free codes if you haven't used those already that will get you some new in-game items. Additionally, we have some neat tips and tricks that will help you through your playthrough, as well as some brand new announcements from the developer team. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Once Human. Okay, so jumping right into it, we had a massive ban warning and ban wave. So what happened essentially is we had some stuff go on with the exploits in-game. Last week, or at least a couple days ago, we did have this happen with some materials that were able to be farmed in the level 35 zone when it wasn't unlocked yet. However, this one was a bit different here. So we had a post here over on the Once Human website where they went on to say they thank everyone for your passion and support with the game. Your active participation and attention allowed them to continue to improve the gaming experience. They noticed that some players have been exploiting bugs for unfair advantages, obviously, which they said undermines the fairness of the game overall. The bug in question has now been fixed, and they've taken action for those who involved in such behaviors. This bug allowed players to occupy and access engagement zones in restricted areas, and they went on here to say that the following penalties have been applied to those who exploited the bug, with relevant items that have been confiscated as well. So most people who did exploit this bug have gotten banned between 7 and 30 days, which again, if you didn't know, there is a 6-week season, so if you get banned for 30 days, you're essentially out for the entire season. So that's quite a big punishment here. There was a decent amount of players that did get taken out. Again, this was only relevant to PvP servers, so this was only relevant to PvP players. Now, if you did claim supplies in the engagement zone, you received a 30-day ban. If you just occupied an engagement zone but didn't actually take the supplies from there, you only got a 7-day ban. Now, only 7 days is still very relevant as the game just started, and these pinnacle days do matter a ton. We also had a ton of players being permanently banned for using third-party software. And this wasn't just a 30-day ban, but a 3,600-day ban, which is nearly 10 years long, and so that's basically a lifetime ban at this point. There was a ton of players on this list. I'm really glad they posted this and published it and showcase who does get banned and when. Some of the names are asterisked out, but you can see for at least relevancy some of the name. Still really cool to see there. We also had a discussion of the type of penalties that will be applied, as well as the permanent bans, warnings, temporary bans. There's an entire list here, essentially what type of ban and penalty you'll receive for certain bans, when you'll get a warning, muting, game feature restrictions, temporary bans, or that permanent ban, as well as confiscation of items and profits, which we've already had happen twice, and those have been removed. They've also said here what's going to happen with those bans or how you'll receive that ban. So if you do get a warning, that's going to be in your in-game mail. Obviously, if you're muted, you don't have access to private or world chat. If you have game feature restrictions, you'll be barred from multiplayer modes. And for confiscation of profits, they'll either restrict or remove what you had. And if you've already used that item, they'll adjust the account balance to reflect a negative value. Temporary bans can range from 3, 7 to 14 days. And permanent bans will range from 30 all the way to a lifetime or 3,600 days. Now, you can actually report players in-game immediately after being downed, or by choosing the option from the in-game menu. Reports can also be made through their Discord community and bot, the anti-cheat bot. Although I will preface, we did have someone recently get banned that reported a player for cheating, so something ended up happening, but they essentially got banned instead of the cheater, or at least they both got banned. This has now been currently fixed, but there is a little bit of a warning there. I do hope they fix this overall. Again, it seems like there was something or some issue there. Player accidentally got banned, and this was a mistaken ban. They did reach out with a ticket and a Discord mod, and it has been now fixed. They're also now internally discussing how mistaken bans occurred and how that can be prevented, and they'll also be editing their Discord bot to make sure that it provides a clear set of instructions for future reports. So this is really good here. Again, they are addressing that situation. I figured I'd just make it known for now. Additionally, we do have some free codes that can be usable in July. I'm not sure when these expire, but these are relevant as of right now. So currently, if you want some free energy links, activators, adrenaline shots, and even a free vehicle skin, you can use the following codes here. We also have some additional codes that have been given out by YouTubers, so those are here as well. Those also do provide energy links, activators, and an adrenaline shot. If you don't know how to activate a code, you have to head to the events tab. In the bottom right, it will say redeem code, or you can hit the X key on your keyboard. You can then paste the code into that subsection there, which will then give you these items. Of course, you'll have to do that one by one. If there are any more free codes, I'll be sure to cover them in the future and put those in the description. Speaking of codes, if you want to use, my invitation code does contain a purple LMG right now. It is the squid one that also does contain that new skin. However, I can swap it out for several things like the icy SMG, although you do get a lot of these for free and you do find a lot of these throughout the map. If you guys want me to switch out any of these weapons here or put a different one in, please leave a comment down below telling me which weapon you prefer. whether it's a shotgun or the LMG you still want, or if you want the Icy SMG, which I currently am using, and there's a really good build with that. We have also had some brand new announcements with Once Human. Currently, they have reached over 500,000 members over on the Discord, which if you haven't already, I can include a link to that down below if you guys want to join the Discord. We also had that announcement of over 300,000 concurrent players reached. So yes, if you look at the Steam charts, it only showcases around 200,000 at its peak. However, the reason for that is because a lot of players, including myself, do use the loading bay. So we don't actually play it through Steam, we play it through their launcher itself. So that's why you do see a little bit of a higher number, even though this is only a PC game. So currently, Once Human is not on the consoles, so all 300,000 players are playing through PC. At a later date, it will come out for mobile. We'll have to see if they do have a console announcement, which I do think could help the game's popularity significantly. We also do have some last minute mentionables here for several tips. Now, thankfully, the game doesn't have any pay to win elements, or at least seemingly so, other than or aside from maybe buying levels in the battle pass to get more star chrome, but it is fairly easy to level. I'm almost maxed on that, and so are most people. Other than that, we do have some complaints about a cosmetic pack here, which is the glass pack that seems to cost over $54. I think with everything, it's over 80 bucks for all of the different glass panels. However, because it's only cosmetic overall, it's kind of not too much to complain about here. Also, if you do have a friend, they can actually make this for you or reskin your base. So as this comment here said, one of our buddies bought it. We're a group of 4, and he went in and was able to share the print in all 4 of our houses. So if just one person buys this pack that's on your friends list, they can reskin as long as you give them the ability to work in your base or give them permission to actually use your base. They then can reskin the entire base with the glass panels. They do look really good overall, and so I see why there's kind of like a give and take there. But again, because the game has 0 pay to win and nothing other than that, again, aside from the small notion of being able to buy Star Chrome via the Battle Pass, I don't think there's anything to complain about there, so overall, I'm pretty happy with that. Especially since because in beta, when it had the gacha system, I thought for sure you were going to be able to buy Star Chrome, so the fact that you can't for the most part is very, very good. Also, the notion on houses and everything there with that, you can also save other people's builds in your blueprint. So essentially, you can just make someone else's build. Now, you do need building perms to do this. As someone did clarify here, you actually do need permission to copy someone's base. However, it does help for friends that want to copy each other or make it a little bit easier. Again, if you don't have the skin pack there, it seems like you won't be able to copy that essentially. At least as far as I'm aware, you'll need someone actually to do that themselves that has the glass skin pack. They'll actually have to skin that for you when you give them permission. Although I am curious on that down below if any of you have tried this or copied someone's base and with the skin pack that was able to then use it as long as the person you copied from had that glass skin pack and they didn't do it themselves, but they did it from you copying their base. More than likely, it'll just put down wood panels and you won't actually have the glass panels, but I am definitely curious on that. Overall, it should have about covered for today's video. If you like, subscribe. There's the next deuces.